You are listening to This is Oklahoma, hosted by Mike Hearn, telling stories of Oklahomans and those that have made it their home.
What's up, guys? Welcome back to an episode of This is Oklahoma. Mike Hearn here, host, back with another episode. Excited to share this episode with you today, but before we do, huge shout out to our sponsors. The Oklahoma Hall of Fame have been sharing Oklahoma's story through its people since 1927. For more information on the Oklahoma Hall of Fame, go to www.oklahomahof.com. And for daily updates, go to oklahomahof on Instagram and give them a follow. Our other sponsor today is Chickasaw Nation. Now, the Chickasaw Nation have sponsored pretty much everything in Oklahoma. They're a huge supporter of Oklahoma. And it's an honor to have their name and their brand supporting this podcast. So a huge shout out to Governor Anatoby for supporting this podcast. It really means a lot. This episode is brought to you by the Doghouse OKC. Recently, I have been in need of some doggy daycare for my two pups, and the Doghouse have come in clutch. The team over there are incredible. They've taken care of my two golden doodles, and so it's been an honor to partner with them on the podcast and share the love. Adding to that is the Doghouse, and so if you're in need of doggy daycare in the day or boarding overnight, they do grooming and other cool things too, but I've had a fantastic experience, and it's an honor and a privilege to share this with you too. So go to thedoghouseokc.com and follow them on Instagram at thedoghouseokc, and hopefully our pups will run into each other. If you're looking for a way to make a real difference, check out Bethany Children's Health Center. They're helping children reach their full potential as a leader in pediatric rehabilitation. They're also building a new outpatient center of excellence, and it's going to be a landmark right on Route 66. Want to learn more or even schedule a tour? Just head to bethanychildrens.org and click on the Ways to Give tab. That's bethanychildrens.org. What's up, guys? Welcome back to an episode of This is Oklahoma. Mike Hearn here, host, back with another episode. We are up in beautiful Arcadia today. It is pouring down outside right now, but it feels so good, cozy. This is like our first big rain. But thanks to my guest for inviting me into this beautiful home. Excited to dive into his story, and he likes to spend a lot of time outside. So this is just perfect scenery right now. So if you can hear some background rain, that's why it's beautiful. Hopefully it doesn't put you to sleep, but it's like a soup day today, or like coffee on the porch, right? Which is like
soup
kind
and a
of
bread
what
bowl,
we do.
maybe
Soup and a bread bowl,
Yeah.
yes. But no, Josh McCullock on the podcast. Thank you so much for doing this. I'm excited to talk about Mid-South. Excited to talk about kind of what gets you to Mid-South, because in a previous life, you're kind of a legend in the wedding photography space. Eric Williams was the first person who told me about you. I was like, hey, you know this guy, Josh? Shout out Bedford's camera. I was like, no, I don't think so. But, and then like, I think maybe my first year doing Mid-South, he's like, oh, he's doing, you'll see him out there. It's like, okay, cool.
Yeah.
So thanks for coming on the podcast. I'm excited to dive into your story. Let's go way back. Where were you born and raised?
Oh, Kingfisher,
Oklahoma.
not far from here. Yeah.
Okay, so directly pretty much west of here.
Yeah.
Did
Been in
you
the zone
just
the whole
have-
time.
Yeah. Did you just have, pop into Okachi and have ice and chicken every day? Or was that just not like enemy territory?
It was an institution even back then.
Mhm.
Yeah. Fun fact, my dad's a cabinet builder. He worked on the replacement bar in Ishans. If anybody ever has been to Ishans. Like that's a really deep cut.
Because it burnt down.
Yeah. It burned down. And they said they were like tales of the old one. It had like old bullet holes and stuff in it. Like they tried to preserve some of the character, but they had to rebuild it.
Yeah.
So him and his crew that he was working with at the time, I don't know when that was, but
yeah. So grew up in Kingfisher, big family, small family?
Average size, 3 siblings. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Where do you fit out of the 3?
I'm the oldest. Yeah.
Okay. So
2
you were
brothers
the
and a
straight
sister.
and narrow, didn't get in any trouble, first child, typical first child.
Pretty much, actually. Yeah. Stereotype's true on that one.
Mm-hmm. I'm the oldest of mine, and my brother was the hellraiser, younger brother.
Pretty straight edge.
Yeah.
Honestly.
So with you being involved in Mid-South, there's no surprise that you've been growing up sort of outdoors and being in Kingfisher then when life comes full circle, which I'm excited to dive into later in the conversation. But tell me about growing up. What are you into? What's kind of childhood dreams for you at those, that high school time?
Oh, man. I mean, small town Oklahoma, you're playing all the sports, baseball, football, basketball. Pretty typical stuff. A lot of deer hunting with my dad, a lot of fishing, all that.
Yeah.
Dirt roads, ponds, bass fishing. Yeah, lots of, I have distinct memories of riding dirt bikes on dirt roads out between Kingfisher and Dover. Like a lot of old bridges out there that we did stupid stuff on,
Yeah.
So classic Oklahoma stuff. Yeah. Nothing too special, but it felt pretty big and wild growing up where like I lived out in the country. We had like little go-karts and stuff we'd tinker with and just rip them around the pastures. And
sounds like a perfect life.
I mean, yeah, it's
right.
Good. It's a great life for a kid.
Yeah.
Which I think having two boys now, like we lived in downtown KC for years, and like once I saw our dynamic as a family, I'm like, oh man, we gotta have a little bit of room to mess around in the trees and the woods and stuff. So,
that childhood of growing up outside, jumping in creeks, getting muddy, fishing, hunting, jumping on dirt bikes, like, you're out in the middle of the country, you can really do no harm. I'm sure there's some farmers that weren't happy if you're tearing up their field, but they'll get over it. It'll grow back again. But
we did get chewed up
growing
a lot
up,
of stuff,
right? You're having a great time being outside, and that was, I'm 35. How old are you? 43. Okay, so we're similar generation as far as like we got to grow up outside.
Yeah.
Right. Mom and dad were like, go play, get out of the house. The sun is shining.
Absolutely.
Go, here are your mud boots. Just go enjoy life.
Basically, don't tell me you're bored because here's some chores to do if you're bored. You better find your own fun.
I was in Dover last week because Chuck Swisher was on the podcast. Okay. Swisher Beef Co. Big supporter of the podcast. Great meat, steaks, ribs, everything. They're just awesome. So that one will go out prior to this one, but I'd never been out there before. And taking sort of the road out, going up through Piedmont versus kind of going up the typical way to Okachi into Kingfisher, going up kind of the back way to Dover. I was like, wow, this place is like, it's not that far out of town, but it feels like it's the middle of nowhere. But yeah, he, I think he's probably in age, between me and you in age. And he said he had a bunch of brothers and sisters. So I'm sure there was some time you might have ran into them.
Maybe.
So played all sports as a kid growing up. When you graduate high school, do you think I'm going to go to university, and do you have an idea of what you want to do growing up?
Yeah, I actually went into ministry. So I attended Southern Nazarene, studied theology, and went and worked
I
in a
had
church.
no idea we both graduated from SNU.
Really?
That's what I went to, yeah.
No way.
Yeah.
Yeah. I graduated in 04.
Okay.
Yeah. Actually 05 technically,
Yeah. 15.
I had a couple jobs in college. I just spread it out.
It's okay. I was 25 when I graduated, so it's fine.
Yeah, full experience. So
Thinking
I worked in churches, worked with students for a while.
Were you going to go into stay in the Nazarene faith and go that way, or was just SNU just the closest to?
No, I was in the Nazarene funnel thing.
Mm-hmm.
So for sure, it was a great time in my life. Like college is great, obviously. Met all my lifelong friends there. And then worked in churches with students for a few years. After that, my creative career kind of started. We're kind of like around then. Yeah. So, I went to college and a private school. You accumulate a bit of debt. So
a little bit.
And then I went to, I was basically a social worker after that for a private organization. Made not quite enough to handle. Yeah. So I was like, let's do something else too.
Okay. So did you ever do any of your internships at Bethany First Church?
No, but okay. I mean, school's right next door.
Yeah. No, not BFC. I mean, Bethany First Church, which is off Expressway.
Oh, OKC First?
Yes. Sorry, my bad. You're right.
Yeah. That was our church for a long time.
Okay.
Yeah, I was on staff there for a while.
Jason Smith is one of my best friends.
Yeah. He was my neighbor and my RD in our dorm.
Was he really? He's going to freak when he sees this.
The sweetest man ever.
Just the best. Yeah. They are the best. Great family. And I know we've connected over golf because he was my assistant golf coach way back. And then, what a great family.
Yeah.
Shout out to the Smiths.
A church is full of great families like that.
Yeah. I've had a lot of fun there with the people, and I'm not active going there every week, but that whole kind of group of friends that he is a part of, Jeremy Lamb, Jeremy Miller, Brad, and kind of Brad Wilson, and kind of that crowd is a lot of the guys I've been around, and you're right.
Oh, yeah.
Stand-up great families.
Those are cream of the crop people.
Yeah. So you decide that you've got to get find some more income, pay off some student debt. And so you pick up a camera out of nowhere. I think I can do this.
I mean, I think it started with just, we were doing a lot of like backpacking trips and climbing trips down the Wichitas, and I didn't wear cell phones then.
Yeah.
So we were doing like it's like, I'm going to get a digital camera. So that's where it started.
Yeah.
Yeah, just shooting our own stuff, like trips and goofing off.
No kids at this point, just you and your wife?
No, yeah, we got married 2004.
Okay.
Yeah. So, yeah, we were together 5 years, and like during that time, kind of the photography thing kind of just flourished a bit, and then, started a family about 5 or 6 years later.
Okay.
And then it was a good like 15 years of freelance photography.
Yeah.
People, portraits, wedding, commercial, like fun. It was really good to me. I loved it.
Yeah. Was that the first time you'd kind of had some form of your own business?
Other than like mowing lawns in my hometown when I was like 12. Yeah.
Yeah.
So pretty much that's where that started. Yeah.
And is your wife creative too?
Yeah, she's a teacher.
Oh, okay.
So like she's like executive level functioner and creative at the same time.
Yeah.
Like I would bet on educators to do any job in the corporate world.
Oh,
like
no brainer.
Yeah.
Yeah. So pick up a camera, start doing that, and that happens for like you said, roughly 15 years. You go all over the country, right? You kind of find your niche in wedding photography, and that takes you all over.
Yeah, that's great.
I'm going to force you to brag on yourself a little bit. Before you had it, COVID happens and no one's doing events anymore, and you sort of pivot into, I guess it's before COVID, but you got to a stage, wedding photography, that you're pretty sought after. And if people are paying for you to travel around, you're clearly very good at what you do. So share some of the highlight moments as a wedding photographer, traveling around, doing your thing. Highlights within the photography industry.
I mean, there are definitely the places, like you get to go to all the beaches and mountains and all that stuff. And actually, like me and my friends that built our chops photography-wise in Oklahoma, we're like, okay, we've made friends around the country that are like on the beach all the time. Like, come out here, man. See what it's like. We don't have a beach everywhere or like a mountain range. It's like, there's insane natural beauty here, as we all know, but like, it's a little different sometimes.
Yeah.
So, no, man, the highlights of that were just the people. Like, I have what I would call friends like all over the place now, that we keep up with or we get cards from, and we're like, hey, happy anniversary. It was fun having drinks with you in Manhattan and like spending the weekend together. Like, just incredible people that I've never been in my circle at all. And then, when you engage like relationship with people about something so important to them, and you're accepted in as a professional, a trusted professional, like that's just a warm feeling anyway, but also like just to see and be the person at that event that's like, I'm here to observe why this is important for them and document it. And that, if you can just keep that at the core of it, like the photography stuff will yeah. It's hard to point to one thing, but just seeing people's families over the years, like that I was with them when their family started, like I was the guy standing right there, and now they have just a beautiful life, and they want to keep up, which is really a gift to be like, you don't have to keep in touch, but it's nice that you do. Like, it's really sweet. So
you're right. You are an integral part of, capturing those moments. Right. And, their portraits in their house or whatever it is, like you've got those moments, and there's pressure under that too. Right?
Yeah.
And kind of enjoying that pressure and, really doing that. What, talking of Mid-South and being outdoors and riding bikes, and again, no surprise that you end up gravitating towards that. What was your first memory of Mid-South, and how, before you end up working there and being a part of the team, what's your first introduction to it?
Tyler Seams, the manager at District Bicycles. He was a friend back in college, and I'd ridden a lot of mountain bikes and rode, through college a little bit, and then kind of quit riding, early kids. I really got interested in sailing and got a boat, sold all my bike stuff, got an old sailboat for a while. And then I don't know why I got back in touch with Tyler, and he's like, hey, what bike are you riding? I'm like, don't have any bikes. And he's like, first of all, mistake. And he sent me a picture of a surly straggler, and I was like, that's cool. And I've just been riding road bikes and single track mountain bikes. And I didn't know a ton about it. This was probably like 2016 or 17.
Okay.
So I got the bike and I lived out here. And if honestly, from a road cycling standpoint, riding a bike on a dirt road sounds silly. It's like, if you want to ride on dirt, ride mountain bikes.
Yeah.
And if you want to go fast, ride a road bike. So I did not get it on paper. It didn't make sense. And then I ripped down Choctaw Road on it. And I was like, oh, this is cool.
I can go anywhere in this
yeah,
thing.
And it's the bike is really fun. And it feels confident. Like, the big tires are nice. And at that point, that was like 43s. Those are basically road tires now.
Yeah.
But that's how that started. I just got into riding again.
Yeah.
And the best thing about that is, like, it comes back really quick, and it was a new flavor of riding. And it also included, like, observing the new place that we live out here. And, like, it really honestly just created like a cascading effect of wanting to know more about Oklahoma.
Yeah.
And, like, immersing myself, it's a cool, like, it feels like living on the beach. I tell that to people. Like, if you like riding dirt roads, this would be basically living on the beach.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And that's the way I like to describe it to make myself feel good.
Well, and there's also so many dirt roads in Oklahoma that no one drives down.
Oh,
you know, and the only access you get is either, if they're driving down there, they're locals,
Mm-hmm.
or they're random people on bicycles, gravel bicycles that are trying to find a new route.
Yeah,
right?
Exactly. Yeah, so I think the rural folks in Oklahoma are probably still way away from recognizing cyclists on the road like someone in a more outdoor recreational state would. But we have the opportunity to, like, make that a really good, relationship and like be good ambassadors. And so out here, a lot of times they'll just, like, look at you, but most people wave. Like, in Kingfisher, you didn't pass anyone on a dirt road without waving.
Yeah.
Car to car, bike, it doesn't matter. Like, if you don't, like, that's just a rude thing to do.
They're not from here.
No.
Immediately.
And so, like, I was telling the kids the other day we were driving, it's like, man, nobody waves anymore. It's like, why don't you wave? Especially when someone waves at you. It's not that hard to do that.
That's good. Everyone's looking at their phone still driving.
Unfortunately, probably true. Yeah.
Right. So you get a bike. Tyler hooks you up with a bike, and then does he then say, "Hey, come out"?
So I rode it, I think, in 18 or 19. No, it must have been 18.
Okay.
Then he said, "Actually, I hope you liked riding it because I want you to photograph it." And then in 19, we did I just did live coverage on Instagram of the lead race.
Yeah.
And can we just put you in a Jeep in the back and you can shoot it? And at the time, I had a Nikon from Bedford's, and I think I got, like, the little app, and it was clunky, and my back was trashed. But I was just, like, typing updates about a race that I really didn't know a whole lot about, and I was asking the drivers and the people in the cars, like, "What's that guy's name? What's happening now?" And I was on the LR100 at the time, Instagram, like, just sharing photos of the race, and I met some people that turned out to be really cool, like racers, Jay Peterberry and people like that. So that was 19. And then after that,
so COVID happens, photography business then is like...
Yeah, I was like, I'm going to bow out of this and do something else. And
there's your opportunity.
I started kind of, like, figuring out some other things and talked to Bobby, and I was like, hey, I was just going to piece a bunch of stuff together. Which, as a freelancer, is kind of the thing. People are used to doing that.
Yeah.
So I pitched Bobby this idea of, like, what if all the participants of the event got, like, a little book or a pamphlet about the land that just told them, like, hey, this is the type of place you're riding. This is why this is this way. I think the people that do these events are interested in that kind of thing.
Yeah.
And he was like, yeah, that's absolutely right.
Which it also doubled as a print for people to put in the one that you guys handed out last couple of years, right?
Yeah.
The redesign, the back of it when you fold it out is a print too. And I've seen people
it's like the festival
put them in a
poster.
Frame. Yeah, it's great.
Yeah, so the Course Atlas was kind of the first creative conversation after, like, race coverage. And, that crew, they're just like me, honestly. Like, they like people. They like connecting with people. Cycling is the vehicle for that. But they love just encouraging people to do something.
Yeah.
And to take on a challenge. And so we clicked pretty quickly, creatively. And I was just like, what about this? And I'm like, yeah, what about this? It's like, here we are.
So awesome. And I mean, in the years since 19 then to now, like, you know, you guys have gone through a bit of a rebrand, right? New logo and new color scheme, which I love. I love the bubble letters.
I mean, it's fun to change it up.
It is fun.
Like, it is a festival.
Yeah.
Like, there's no reason it needs to be.
But it's definitely been elevated as far as, you know, coverage, content, not just at Dover race weekend. Like, you guys are doing things throughout the year to keep people involved. And obviously that, you know, race weekend is like the pinnacle of what you guys do. But as, you know, we've added 300-mile race, right? Mega.
Yeah.
Which is bonkers. And even just the coverage of that is so cool. And also the little bit of banter, was it between Ted and who was the guy who had like the road bike? Was it Ted was going out and he was like,
oh, and Chase
on the road?
Yeah, the two
like his road bike.
Yeah.
I love watching that coverage, right? And you know, you're kind of looking at that. But you know, I think you guys have created, it's not just about the race weekend, it's about community, and it's about, you know, who cares what time you do. You're outside, you're getting outdoors.
Right.
You know, the one clip I share to people when they're thinking about just being a part of it is, you know, from my side is doing the run, is there's a great drone clip of the guy with a prosthetic running down a gravel road. And the sun's coming up and you can just
Jeff Waldman.
And you're just like, this is like if that's not what Mid-South is about, like, man, come on outside, you know, test yourself, but enjoy it.
Man, yeah. A sport is such a universal, beautiful thing. Like, just with the Thunder season starting back up, like, you can almost feel it in the air here.
Yeah.
It's like, what a great season ending and then start, honestly. I'm so happy for us. But
two double overtime games, the first two games.
Yeah. But yeah, the Mid-South community is wild. Like, it's a beautiful place. And if you think about, like, you know, social media, the world right now is a big mess, seems like.
Yeah.
And I've had to bow out of my personal social for a bit. The Mid-South social is job territory, so I'm in there all the time. And the Mid-South algorithm is a really great place to be because it's just people encouraging each other and, like, people's goals and their challenges and their struggles, you know, like, it's like, wow, I get to, like, just talk about this and encourage people. That's pretty great. I love that.
So awesome. Such a great, it's hard to describe what the feeling is like. And Friday morning of race day, I haven't been there on Saturday morning of race day for a bike, but I've been there on Friday. It's hard to explain that feeling unless you're there, right? Like you said, the feeling in the air, you know, you're just smiling faces around there. People are nervous. You know, you've got the people doing it for the first time. You've got the elite runners who are just like running it in 3.5 hours or 3:15 or whatever. I mean, that is bonkers to me.
Yeah.
But then you've also got the you know, added the half marathon, right? So you've got people there just like, yeah, we just like had a few too many drinks last night. We're hungover, but we're going to go run 12 miles. Like, there's such a cool crowd, not to mention the band that's like coming through, you know, King Cabbage, right? That are kind of coming through, and Bobby's on the microphone and hyping everybody up. It's such a cool place. For you though, how have things evolved then since that 2019 being involved and kind of ruining your back in the back of a Jeep and getting covered in dust? And which ending was that race? I
still get to do that
one?
Anytime we're doing something, which is one of my favorite parts.
Was 19 the one where they all came to the stoplight and sprinted to the finish? Or was 19, did Payson win in 19 or not?
Payson won in 19, yeah. Okay.
His first one?
No, that was his
second
one, yeah.
Yeah. That was at the
Actually,
one.
No, I might be a year late.
Because there was one.
I may have done coverage
back
in 18.
Okay.
Should have done my research.
Because there was one. No, there was one. I mean,
a terrible short-term memory.
There was one that like all the three guys like came to a stoplight.
Yeah.
Like together, and they were like, "Gentleman's agreement. It's a mad dash. We've just been out here for 100 miles."
Yeah. That
was early on though.
After 19 and 20, mud was bad in 19 and 20, and so you had like an incredible showdown of Colin Strickland, Payson, Pete Stetna, just basically running their bikes for miles. Like, they would, like
in the snow.
And as a person that directs the race coverage now, we've had all these fast, dry years. 22, 3, 4.
Yeah.
And that's a hard race to cover from a crew standpoint when it's that fast.
Yeah.
Like the times are getting so fast. It's changing our whole calculus as a crew. I look back at some of our footage from those years, and I wasn't on the crew then. It was somebody that's on our crew now, Ansel from Vermont. And I'm like, I kind of wish for a bit of a mud section just so we could slow down and like get some,
give you guys a break.
Give us a break. But yeah, we're just pinned at like 28 miles an hour the whole course, covering these past couple of years.
Because the one year that it was super wet and muddy, everyone's getting off bikes and like carrying them. And I mean, it's chaos.
There's been multiple years like that.
Well, the snow year was like that. Yeah. The snow year was like that for the run because the snow melted during the run. And I didn't finish that year because I didn't have enough energy in my legs to scrape the mud off my shoes. I was like, that's the biggest regret of my life is not finishing that race.
Dude, anything can happen out there.
It was brutal.
We've had, literally everything.
But then the next day, it was like perfect sunshine.
Yeah.
I was like, what is going on? But then there's been days of the run has been perfect sunshine. The next day for the bike race has been chaos.
So isn't that the magic of it, though? Like, the only reason that day is remarkable is because everybody decided to go out and just do something crazy together.
Absolutely. Yeah.
And the fact that we all decided to just do it together that day, that's what makes, like, the reason we're telling any of these stories about that day.
Yeah.
Like, it could be today. And it might be when we go do the 300-mile route on November 1st. It might be a day like this, and we'll see what happens. Like,
so you never know, right? And especially in first weekend, second weekend in March. The one year it was the day. It was like the day of, or it was the same week as the announcement for COVID, right? It was the Thunder Game thing happened on the Wednesday. 2 days later was race day.
Yeah.
And I was like, we're going to go ahead with this, but it's obviously we're outside. We didn't know what was going on, right?
Yeah.
There's all these things happening. And then last year, obviously, the fires.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like coming over the top of the hill, running back into town. And I'm like,
you were out there.
Why is the sky orange? Where's this big? And I didn't see it because it was at my back the whole time.
Yeah,
I want to running down the finish line.
I want to flip the interview on you until that's. I mean, we're making a film about that whole experience.
Yeah.
Like, so.
I mean, the trailer. I've seen the trailer of it. That's out, right? Was pretty. Yeah. Oh no, you did. Didn't you already do a film? What was the one that came out?
That was the trailer. Yeah.
Oh, that was the trailer. Yeah. I was like, I got done probably about 30 minutes before everything went nuts. But even me coming across the finish line, like all the tents were being blown away. Everyone's trying to pack up and get out of there. I'm like,
it was scary.
Wait a second, like what?
It was really
what
scary.
have I missed? Because everything's been behind me.
I think all the runners are that way. We've interviewed tons of people.
I had no idea.
Yeah, and most of the runners, they were. I mean, after you turn and you were facing back to town, you could maybe smell. Yeah. But also, there's a lot of dust.
That's what I noticed the most was like, and the good thing for us that day was the wind was at our back for the last half of the race. Yeah. Right. Because you switched the course that year. There was the first year we'd switched the rotation. And we went anti-clockwise, I think, versus clockwise.
Yeah.
Counterclockwise, whatever you guys call it. We call it anti-clockwise.
Anti's.
I got called out on that before. But yeah, I just remember running kind of over the hill, being able to see that where you crest the hill and you see the water tower. And like mentally for me, it's like, okay, I don't have that far to go. I can kind of empty the tank and give it everything I have if I have anything left, or I'm almost there. It's all downhill, all downwind. And I just remember getting this huge gust behind me and thinking it was dust, but it wasn't. It was smoke. And I was just like, what is going on?
Yeah.
And then we got into town and, I think I said to you, I said, hey, man, because you were following a few people, right?
Yeah, we were.
Right.
I saw you at the start line and I never saw you again.
I was like, I think we're going to do some interviews after this. I'm cooked, but let me go take a shower. I'll come back and we'll do some interviews. And then I got a text from you like 4 hours later. I was like, oh, I get it. Totally fine.
What a mess, man.
Place is on fire. That was crazy, right?
For people who don't know what you're talking about, Mike was running 30 plus miles in the middle of a wildfire. Yeah. And we had 600 other runners on course.
Yeah.
When those winds started that fire. And so definitely the scariest thing I've ever been a part of.
Yeah.
And I'm sure a lot of people would say the same thing.
Yeah. It's not a fun memory for a lot of people in Stillwater that day.
Not at all.
Unfortunately, obviously, you guys made the right decision, had to cancel the bike race the next day because everybody was fighting fires and, saving lives.
Mm-hmm.
Dangerous.
Man. So that, dangerous is an understatement for sure. Canceling the race was a hard thing to do, obviously, but
the right,
pretty obvious.
Yeah.
So, but the good thing about all of that is, we get to kind of really like celebrate the people in Stillwater that made sure everyone was safe. Yeah. So we've spent the past couple of months just kind of talking with everybody and getting interviews. My dog scratched on the door, so
do you want me to let him in?
Yeah, you can let him in.
Tiny.
I'll continue my story for the dear listener.
Go for it.
Anyway, gosh, Stillwater is a really great town, man. Like, the people that needed to do, like the people that did every part of their job that day when it hit the fan, like,
and it did majorly, right?
They majorly did,
Yeah.
and everything worked the way it needed to, and it was scary and terrifying, but like it turned out okay. No one lost their life, and hundreds of houses were burned down right in the middle of a festival. But like, so we were able to make this like doc film about it all because we had a whole media crew there, and a couple of us kept rolling, and not me. I was typing and making decisions with my team and everything, but like we ended up having this footage of like the crux of this whole thing from the Mid-South perspective. And once I got back, like later the next week and started talking with my crew, we were like, oh yeah, we rolled on the whole thing. I was like, really? And I also had like, I think some just like brain exhaustion. And so I watched through all this footage and we had it all.
Oh my gosh.
The whole Friday night thing. And then even some Saturday stuff. And we started talking to people around town and like learning about all the things that clicked into place and the order in which they clicked into place. And then by the next week, I was doing an interview with the fire chief and a lot of decision-making people. And so we've been able to kind of gather it all and now, in a way, tell a scary story, but it's actually like a really encouraging story because it's how a community should work.
Yeah.
And it's about like, okay, when we know each other, this is how we can take care of each other. Climate resiliency is going to be a huge conversation, I think, in a lot of rural communities, especially rural communities that have a recreational thing like this. Like, things are changing. So Stillwater performed really well. You know, like I'm not a Stillwater local. I live in Arcadia, but I love that town, and that community has like welcomed me in a special way that I am really proud about. But like, I love documentary films, and I'm like, hey, is just calling out a town and everybody that did the right thing and saved, like kept everyone safe, that's enough to make a documentary about. And I'm like, yeah.
And also like such professionalism from your team to keep rolling.
Yeah.
Like, love that.
Those guys are hardcore. They're like, I mean, that's what photographers do.
Yeah.
Which I respect that a lot.
When's the documentary coming out?
We're going to premiere it at Mid-South 26.
Okay. Sweet.
Yeah.
Okay.
We're going to screen it to the community and everything first, but the first like public thing will be there.
Yeah. All right, let's talk about this year. There was an announcement recently, a change of schedule. Some things are happening. What can people look forward to next year's 2026 Mid-South?
Oh yeah. Okay. So Bobby and I were doing a visual Pinterest board of what will be the vibes Friday night. So we've moved the pro racing from Saturday to Friday and created a new category. So like the Mid-South has multiple distances of running and riding races and an event called the Double, where you run a 50K ultramarathon and then race a 100-mile bike ride the next day.
Truly crazy people.
You're probably going to do it eventually.
At some point, I'm sure.
So what we've done is, as the event's grown, like over the past few years, and it's just basically been growing the whole time since they started it.
Yeah.
But like professional off-road cycling has also grown. The community side, what we call ourselves as normies, like that has grown a lot. People are coming to events looking for community.
Yeah.
Our thing in Stillwater has absorbed the growth of both of those things pretty well over the past couple of years. But both communities, when they show up, require a lot of logistics, operations to keep everybody safe, all those things. And we're a pretty small crew. Like it's, I mean, I'm the only person that works on Mid-South full time. Bobby and Crystal will run a bike shop, a retail space, and then everybody else on our team are educators and people in the community. Like,
just take that week off and come and hang out with you guys.
They take more than we have a crew called the Inner Circle of Darkness. It's like our our kind of mind meld.
We're getting under
brain
the hood
trust.
here.
Yeah. Anyway, so where was I going with that? I started talking about our team.
The change.
Oh yeah, the change. So we've absorbed the growth of both the pro racing aspect and the festival community aspect over the past few years. I think but it's hard to do both really well on the same day. So we're moving the pro races to Friday, creating a new category for the pro double.
Mm-hmm.
So they will start their 50K run on Friday and then start with the pro bike racers at 1 p.m. on Friday.
Yeah.
So it's the same day double, 50K and 100 miles.
Which I love that, because that then ties into everyone. Because a lot of people use the 50K as their training for their Ironman, because most people are sick and need to train for an Ironman.
Yeah.
And I was talking to a guy on the course when I was running a couple of years, and first couple of miles we everyone's bunched together kind of chatting, and he's like, yeah, this is in my training plan for my Ironman.
Yeah.
And he was training for Ironman Tulsa at that point.
That's one of the coolest thing about events is like, you can put an event out there and it like gives people something to focus on for a season.
Yeah.
You know, especially something like this. So yeah, so we've really mixed up the format. And honestly, we've been thinking about it for months. Safety is always obviously a conversation. After last year, for sure. You know, the off-road racing, professional off-road racing in the United States is changing and growing like crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Safety is a conversation for every race organizer. So this is a move that helps us really keep things safe.
Yeah.
First of all. Secondly, from my perspective as a media director, I love it because like we're an in-house team. I crew up with my friends from Oklahoma, a few friends from out of state, but like we're trying to document this whole thing on a modest budget, right?
Yeah.
And we have 3 groups of pro racers and then thousands of like incredibly inspiring normal people.
Everybody you could pick has a story.
Right. Like that's the beauty of this job. It's like you can throw a rock in any direction and hit someone that's inspiring. And you're like, I could make a film out of you, man. Like people are incredible. Like the things that they go through to even just get to Stillwater, like travel, planning their family schedule. Like this is a huge.
Well, there's a charitable element to that too, right? There's a grant available.
Yeah, we do have a grant program.
You have a grant program too for people to come in from out of state.
Yeah,
which is amazing.
Or in state, or just whoever needs it. I mean, it'd be cool if we could amp it up.
Yeah,
but we did as much as we can out of our budget. Yeah.
Before we dive into logistics and other things and stories, one of the stories that is very close to you is that your mum did the race.
She did,
and I was there that year, and it was awesome. And she was, the great thing about Mid-South is that you have a DFL party regardless, right?
Mm-hmm.
And there's that scene of your mum coming down the finish line with the Jeeps. Shout out to Oklahoma Jeep Club, right? For being a huge partner. The Jeeps that are bringing her in, right? With the lights on and it's almost midnight. Yeah. And you're like, oh my gosh, like, you're there working sort of with your camera, but what a moment.
Oh man. There's so many beautiful like finish line moments like that. My mom was a special one. For sure. Like she didn't stop moving. Yeah.
But that's the key.
Yeah.
You have to just keep moving.
Yeah. And that course, that 50K run course is just, you're basically going up or down the whole time. So, and running downhill is not as fun as it sounds.
No, it's harder. It's harder than going uphill, especially in gravel and peanut butter mud and other things that are happening. Yeah. Man, such a cool experience. What's been your highlights over the last, 6-7 years since you've been involved in it? Other than, last year being different.
You can't be at that finish line without just feeling emotionally impacted, Yeah. I've loved, as part of the Get Here grant that we do, we've tried to tell some folks personal stories that are willing to share about what all this means. And we've been able to just really dig in with people and they've shared beautiful, hard stories, and kind of doing that with folks is really rewarding for me. And connecting the loop of okay, thanks for sharing how, what you were going through and how movement and movement and community is helping you. And when other people see that, it's obviously we're sharing for a reason, and it's important to know, not everybody is out here just hey, let's go ride our bike. I feel great. Sometimes you don't want to do anything. You don't want to go ride your bike, or, fitness is the last thing that you have time or energy to think about, or a challenge or an adventure. And so part of the whole thing, honestly, is just when I realized what Bobby and Crystal are really trying to do with this is such a human, personal thing. And once I realized that, which was pretty quickly. Like, I knew we could just go anywhere together, and like, yeah, we have a pretty good mind meld situation now. I love it.
Yeah, I think that's why it has one of the main factors of it's been so successful and has the longevity of being 14, 15 years in is because of, the core of it is community, right?
Yeah.
It's not money. It's not bike sales. It's not, all the things that you might think of.
It really is.
It is like, no, there's a reason that we do this every year. And it's the smiling faces that come back. It's seeing everyone on the start line. It's seeing everyone on the finish line. It's getting a hug from Bobby at the finish line. I mean, somebody got it proposed to on the finish line last year, which I'm sure will probably happen again.
Yeah. Shout out Mark and Sarah.
Yeah, like it's hard to describe unless you're there that weekend, right? And that's, I mean, the race is a tiny part of it, right?
Mm-hmm.
You have the socializing side of it. Maybe Bob's Burgers is going to show up at some point. We'll see. Haven't had one yet. Need to break into that. I need to tick that box. But for me, from the outside, you're right. Like it's, and every time I've done it, I've been at the race start. Like, not every time, but I'm the type of person that I need to be on my own. I need to be like on my own.
Yeah.
I don't want, not that I don't want people there, but I just I think it's a waste of time for them being there because I am not like, I need to be in my zone. I need to get in the right headspace.
You're not feeling social, really.
No, right? Because you're either nervous or you're, worried or you haven't trained or you have trained.
And that's when it really starts hitting you and maybe you haven't trained.
And you're like, I don't want to do that. And it's not, but you look at the people on that race and I think the snow year was the one year I noticed it the most. And I was like, there's a lot of gritty people here. People have been through a lot to get here because the training period is in the winter. Yeah. It's not like you're running in September,
right.
When you've trained all summer and it's sunny and nice. No, like my training generally starts now, and you're training through the miserable months.
That's the funny thing about Mid-South is like we normally register fall, late summer, fall, when like people have had a great summer of riding and running. And then people commit and then it's a long, dark winter.
My first year I ran it, I had a moment of weakness watching a David Goggins video on Instagram. And then I think the next slide was a Mid-South slide. And I was like, hey, I can do a 50. I'd never ran a marathon before. I went from half marathon to 50K.
Dude.
And I did it. And I convinced a friend of mine to do it with me. He hasn't ran it since. He was a CrossFit guy, so he did not enjoy himself. He's not built for running. And he remains a CrossFit person. He hasn't done any running since. And this was probably 2019 or 18. I think we did it. But yeah, what a great place. What a great race. And this, just going to keep building and growing, right?
I mean, it's all the people that show up, man. It's the people that show up with like ready to like meet friends and hang out and just have an adventure together. Like we could throw this thing and be so excited about it. And, we are obviously, but if people showed up with like, it's the energy that people bring. That's all it is. So.
I remember one year, like the guys on the bikes, obviously they bring in all the pro guys bring in their, their sprinter vans and all their things. And they're like have trainer warm-ups in the back of their sprinter vans.
Oh yeah.
Like it's legit. It's serious, right?
Yeah.
And then you have guys who are just like, we went to the Iron Monk Brewery last night, stayed up till 3 a.m. and now we're on the start line.
Yeah.
Like, there's that great group of people, great, collaboration or mix of just pro Lycra racers to guys in jean shorts, just in flannel, just like out here to have a good time.
Pretty much. Yeah. It's a great mix. And I think the new format honestly allows us to let those two communities overlap a lot more. And I'm excited as in my role to be able to like actually show people how cool the racing is. Like we have world-class bike racing going on in the dirt roads in rural Oklahoma.
Yeah.
And I would love for it to be, and we're going to work really hard for it to be like, you don't have to know everything about bike racing to watch this recap or watch this coverage and get into it.
Yeah.
And think, that's awesome. So we're going to try to bring that to people in a new way. The format helps us do that too.
My favorite thing to do generally on the Saturday is, to just, because doing the 50K on the Friday, on the Saturday, but I've done it, I've entered 5, I finished 4. So on the Saturdays of the 4, well, the 5th one almost killed me. But on the Saturday after, I generally sit on the couch and just watch I just scroll the Instagram or watch the Instagram feed because it's so much fun. And there was the year that the women's champion like almost passed out coming down the finish line. I can't remember her name, but it was the really muddy year.
It might have been Amanda Panda maybe.
Yeah.
Or Hannah.
Hannah. It was because she, I think, maybe won it twice.
Yeah.
And like and she's, you have someone has this picture of her eating this double cheeseburger and her hands are covered in mud. The cheeseburger's covered in mud and she's like, I need food because I'm about to pass out.
Yeah.
Because you're seeing, and it's it's tight racing all the way to the end, 100 miles, and then you're coming down to a sprint finish and especially when you got the fast races, right?
Yeah.
Like you're not really getting that much mechanical in a fast race, because you're not getting that much mud or punctures. You're like, that's the fun thing to watch, but it's not great for you.
There has been some crazy stuff, but these past few years, 3-4 years have been really fast and pretty clean for. We had a bunch sprint in 24, which was wild. And for our little downtown Stillwater finish line, like it's nice and cozy and small. It's like what you want. We want it to be vibey, but like having 6 dudes smashing towards that finish line when, it's crazy.
And a wall at the finish line. Guys, you got to get out the way. Like you're going to get hit.
So we definitely stressed out our operations guy, Trevor. He's like, get out of here, please. We got to have safety. Yeah.
Because you're going to get hurt.
Yeah.
Cool. Well, finishing up, do we have a race date for next year? Do we have that locked in?
Yep. Yeah.
Okay.
Friday the 13th is the 100-mile pro race.
Brilliant.
Saturday the 14th is the community.
Sign-ups are going to be when?
Registration goes live November 1st, 7:30 a.m.
Next week. So, okay, I'll put this out Friday. So that'll be the day before. I think Friday's the 31st, maybe.
Yeah.
Okay, so tomorrow morning, get on it. I haven't decided if I'm running yet. I need to do the bike. I just haven't.
You should, man.
I just don't have a bike. And so maybe I need to manifest.
That's a problem we can solve.
Let's manifest some partnership where I can cover my training. We can borrow a bike from Bobby. Dude, it's awesome. I love what you do.
Likewise.
Thank you. I just love the eye and the passion and the community and the goal that everybody at Mid-South has, and the way that you cover it. And it's not just the coverage side of it, the way that everybody just runs that whole weekend. Obviously, we got the mega next weekend, right? Mm-hmm. How many people do you have signed up for that?
I think around 100.
You have 100 people signed up to try and ride 300 miles?
Yeah.
Again, watch the socials at Mid-South, right? On socials.
Mid-South Gravel
on socials. So good to see.
Or come out to Stillwater. There's a whole weekend festival going on the 1st too.
Let's shout it out.
Some group rides.
What's happening?
Yeah, Saturday, November 1st, there's a morning party at District Bicycles when we open registration. It's kind of a little tradition they've started, and people come out. There are 2 group rides going off, or actually 3 group rides with different distances, so you can pick, depending on what your Saturday has in store, some group runs. And then actually at Stone Cloud afterwards, there's live music and food truck and all that good stuff. So it'll be a really fun day.
Okay.
Yeah.
Awesome. What is your social media for people who, even though you're not active, what is it?
My personal is dirt_dad, but it might come back someday. But yeah.
You'll bring it back at some point.
All of my creative focus is going to throwing a great event.
Yeah.
At Mid-South Gravel. I don't have anything else to give my personal Instagram anymore. So.
Have you been asked to do a wedding recently? When was the last time you tried, like someone tried to pull you in?
A few.
You still shooting a few?
I went to Boston a couple weeks ago with my buddy Aaron Snow.
So people still kind of pull you back in.
I mean, I was in that industry for like 15 years.
Yeah.
Like I have a lot of friends there, and
good.
So it was, I love shooting weddings. Honestly, it's really fun.
Well, I'm sure it helped. You probably enjoy it a lot more now.
I don't have to do it every weekend. It's very different.
Yeah.
So
you don't have to deal with a monster-in-law every weekend.
Yeah.
I know you're too good of a person to tell me any bad stories, though.
Of course.
So, dude, appreciate you. Thanks for coming on the podcast. I'm excited to hear about next weekend. People listening, it's going to be this weekend. This will go out Friday. Tomorrow is all of these amazing events. And if you find yourself in Stillwater, go check it out. If you don't find yourself in Stillwater, go to the social medias at Mid-South Gravel. Awesome community. And then sign up and we'll see you March 13th, 2026.
Thanks.
Awesome. Man. People listening, we'll catch you next episode. Cheers. Hope you guys enjoyed that great episode. Thank you so much for listening. As always, huge shout out to our sponsors, the Oklahoma Hall of Fame, sharing Oklahoma story through its people since 1927. For more information on the Oklahoma Hall of Fame, go to www.oklahomahof.com and follow them on Instagram for daily updates at OklahomaHOF. Our other sponsor, the Chickasaw Nation, amazing sponsor. They do amazing things for the state, and they're always sponsoring something in Oklahoma. They're a huge supporter of Oklahoma, and without their support, we wouldn't be able to do what we do. This episode is brought to you by the Doghouse OKC. Recently, I have been in need of some doggy daycare for my 2 pups, and the Doghouse have come in clutch. The team over there are incredible. They've taken care of my 2 golden doodles, and so it's been an honor to partner with them on the podcast and share the love. And adding to that is the Doghouse. And so if you're in need of doggy daycare in the day or boarding overnight, they do grooming and other cool things too, but I've had a fantastic experience, and it's an honor and a privilege to share this with you too. So go to thedogHouseOKC.com and follow them on Instagram at thedogHouseOKC, and hopefully our pups will run into each other. If you're looking for a way to make a real difference, check out Bethany Children's Health Center. They're helping children reach their full potential as a leader in pediatric rehabilitation. They're also building a new outpatient center of excellence, and it's going to be a landmark right on Route 66. Want to learn more or even schedule a tour? Just head to bethanychildrens.org and click on the Ways to Give tab. That's bethanychildrens.org.
Thank you for listening. We are inspired by those around us and hope that you are too. Make sure you subscribe to this podcast on your favorite podcast platform and leave us a review so we can keep telling your stories. For more great Oklahoma content, follow This is Oklahoma on Facebook and Instagram.